Hey, what is going on, everybody? Tom's Goldred. Hope you enjoyed that little scenic intro there. Basically, I went to the creek after playing with my kids at the park. It's their mother's night, but she invited me out to the park with them, and of course I wouldn't turn that down. I was actually having a relatively blah day today, and sometimes whenever I have those, when I don't have anything to do, I literally will do laundry, and who wants to do that on a Friday night, which I am doing that currently. I had to shut the dryer off to make this video, but maybe that's why I had a blah day. I knew how to do laundry. Anyway, so before we get into the video, I just wanted to quickly explain my theory and my reasoning for digging where I was digging. So we've had a lot of rain in the past couple of days, which has caused a lot of material to get pushed down into this area. I'm going to draw a picture and show this here, and you'll get an idea of my theory. So we're going to do that real quick. Then we're going to pan out the concentrates, see if I found anything, and then I'm going to talk about this. Okay, so if you will, bear with me here. I do not have an art degree, but essentially there's a bridge over here, and it's like a causeway. So it has... I can't draw on camera, so I'm just going to draw and talk through this. So there's a bridge, right? So way over here is where I find all the gold, way down the creek here. This bridge, like I say, it's a causeway. It's got little tubes that allow water to go through it, but when the water's high, it just runs over it. So then from there, just here we go, the creek goes like this, a very sharp turn, okay? So we'll pretend this is the creek. This inside bend I found gold on, and then up in here I found gold. But I've never went too close to the bridge because I don't want people to get weirded out by me digging around the bridge or anything like that. It's all concrete. It'd be safe to dig around. But I just don't want, there's a lot of traffic. This is a trail, like a scenic trail or whatever. So, anyway, so here's this little sandbar here. We'll pretend this inside bend is the creek, whatever. So there's a sandbar here. I have found gold here. I have found gold here. I have found gold there, and then I found gold somewhere down in here, right? But right here, actually it was up in here, because interestingly, there's some old structure up here, and I just wanted to see what was out in the middle when I was fishing one day. So I found gold in the middle. There's like a little rise in the creek, whatever. So anyway, right here is a feeder stream. And this is definitely not where I have a parking lot that anybody can park in. But this little feeder stream is like going under, there's like a whole parking lot and then a road out here. It's definitely, it goes underground for a while. But right here, just past that, is a little inside bend. So the creek actually kind of caters this way, if you will, again. It kind of does something like that. And this is like a hard, like, settling area. I don't know if it's because the way this pushes out or what, but, obviously the water's flowing this way. Well, you wouldn't have known that if I didn't tell you, I guess. And this is literally, let's just say that this really comes to here. And this inside bend really sticks out here. And it captures a lot of heavy material. I don't know if the water is just pushing so hard out of this turn. And obviously I know, like, if you think about it, like hydrodynamics, objects in motion want to continue in motion. So when they hit this turn, obviously this would probably be a good capture zone too, right? Just kidding. But anyway, it's going to push hard down through there. But then I wonder what the impact is of this stream pushing this way, which it's controlled by baffles, I'm sure, because it's a control. It's a storm sewer, so it might be controlled by baffles. I don't know, but it does push out this way. However, again, large cobbles, and I'm talking like 8-inch boulders, boulders. I watched Dan Hurd use a crowbar to move like 500-pound man killers, and I'm talking about 8-inch rocks here, but 8 to 10-inch rocks here, just tons of them. I mean, it's so polluted with it. But then obviously all the stuff comes in after the heavy rains, and it just fills in with heavy material. all through here. And then like I've tested down in here, I've tested on this side just to see, just goofing around. Obviously the inside bend should be better. I would think this is good. So I went where there was like a good amount of cobbles, and I started moving them out of the way and kind of rinsed them off into my bucket pan thing, whatever. And I went lightweight today, so I only had my 12-inch pan and my $1, I don't even know what it's for, basket thing, but I use it as a classifier, and it actually classifies down to about 3/8 of an inch. It's like perfect. But anyway, so I went here. I dug about a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket worth of material. Now, I was classifying out bigger rocks and stuff too, and I'm talking a lot of them. So my theory is this is a good depositing area. However, I want your opinion with this feeder stream pushing in. Do you think it has impact on, you know, the gold? Yeah, you've seen the gold that comes out of here. It's real like this, microscopic. And obviously it can be pushed around pretty easily, but it's still heavy. And so I wonder, and I guess we're going to find out here in a minute if I find anything. I wonder what your thoughts are. If that's a really bad place to look. Again, I did it because I had like 15 minutes till dark, and you'll see that in this video. Obviously you saw that in the intro, it was getting dark, and when I left it was really dark. But I'm just curious if there's going to be gold there. So I just did a test pan. Like I said, I dug about a bucket of material. Classified it down, and I have about 2 pounds of concentrate. So I'm going to pan that out. We're going to see together if this is a good spot or a bad spot, because honestly, and no joke, I literally took like 15 steps to get there. Of course, I'm walking through the jungle. It's literally I probably have poison ivy again for the second time in 2 weeks, but realistically, I'm kidding. This, I about drew on the back of my phone. This is the parking lot. This span, which it is downhill in the woods, this span is about like 25 feet. So parking lot, Tom's Gold Dirt car, about Tom's Gold Dirt, 25 feet to that inside bend. So it would be the most easy access gold I've ever found if I find it there. And my other spot's really easy access, but I have to walk about, you know, 150 feet, and it was like 2 minutes from my old house. So it was a pretty far trip to the creek. I know all of you are jealous now. But anyway, let's pan it out and see what's in there, because the only way to know for sure is to do the test. So I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to pan it out. Well, I think those two specks answer our question as if any gold falls out there. And that's actually lead there. You can't see it very well. That's lead. And this one right here beside that speck is lead. So that's just the first little scoop. Alright, so the fact that I'm in front of you now and I'm not showing you a pan full of gold is a good indication that I didn't find a whole lot more. Truth of the matter is I found maybe 3 more microscopic pieces of gold. And a lot of that lead-looking stuff. I'm going to call it lead because if it's gold covered in mercury, I'll be very sad because I've dumped a lot of that right back into the bucket. And that would be a shame because that stuff is always bigger. But I do think it's probably lead. I assume it's probably lead off of something. Who knows what. Anyway, what are your thoughts on that spot? How do you think that stream feeding in there impacts the depositing of gold? Obviously, that spot does have cobbles there and boulders. You know, I watched Dan Hurd move a boulder with a crowbar earlier that was probably 500 pounds. But it does have bigger material there. It does have lots of black sand, lots of garnet, lots of that lead stuff. So the sample I took was not enough to really get a good idea. But the fact that it did find gold in it, it's probably worthy of further exploration. And the fact that I find a lot more gold, a lot more microfly poos, just around the river bend, tells me that there is gold pretty much everywhere you find it. I am a firm believer that gold is where you find it and it's not where you don't. So I will test a lot of different places. And I kind of goof around. I know the traditional rule of thumb as to where gold should be and all of those things. But this spot's a little different. It's more unique because there's that little delta that's pushing water in. It's moving. And so whatever material's flowing through there, and microscopic gold can be pushed around, I think more so than bigger, chunkier pieces. So I don't know what the impact is, but I did find gold there. So I'll probably do more exploration there. Let me know your thoughts, though. Seriously want to know. I'm curious what you think. And also want to talk about a little bit the channel support for this month. We haven't selected a winner yet. I'm not even sure. We already have a lot of entries, but we don't know where the money's going to go. We don't have a lot, but we have a good amount of entries. And so I was in my local coin store, and I say a lot. I'm just now realizing that, but sorry about that. I was in my local coin store. As some of you know, most of you probably know, my favorite coin ever minted by the United States is the Eisenhower dollar. Eisenhower dollar of all varieties. I love them all equally. Not equally. The proofs and the cameos, they're definitely my favorite. And one of my good friends on here, and a subscriber, longtime subscriber and channel supporter, sent me a few, quite a few of these. But they are all much higher graded than this one. They are all amazing, amazing coins. But what he or she, he, unknowingly did is he re-enkindled or relit the fire in me. I used to collect silver and gold and all that stuff like crazy, but Eisenhowers have always been my favorite. Back in the day, before I really started to fall in love with the Ikes, I was big into Morgan silver dollars, and I had a book of Morgan silver dollars, only missing a few, mostly the Carson Cities and the 1895s. I was only missing a few. But when I came back from my time in the Army, I needed a car, and I think I was like 21 years old, and I sold that whole book of Morgan silver dollars for, it was either $1,800 or $2,800, and I bought a car for $1,700. So it was a really good trade, in my opinion, because I needed a car. Because my other car was like a Saturn that literally leaked more oil than... Anyway, so I was at my local coin store. I picked this up because they had it on their website. And I'm going to actually link their website so that you guys can go check their eBay store out. They have some phenomenal prices on their coins and jewelry. Literally, I said, oh my God. They have so much awesome stuff on there for really good prices. Like when you compare their prices to other folks' prices, I'm sure they have some stuff on there that might be comparable, but like super, super great deals. And this is one of the coins they had on there. Hang on one second while Violet does her thing. Sorry, Violet seen something outside and she was getting ready to start barking. I didn't want to have that go on in the video. But anyway, they have phenomenal deals, and I was able to pick this up at a phenomenal price. Like they discounted the eBay fees and all that stuff because I seen it on eBay and they were able to get it off of eBay for me. But I do have a phenomenal set that I'm working on. This one I already have a really, really good example of. So when I seen it, I was like, I want to share my obsession with all of you. So this is the second prize that we're going to put up. And, you know, that's my small part in the phenomenal work and outreach we do. We've been doing it for years, right? It's incredible to say that we've been doing this for years. We've been helping support charities like St. Jude's and the Wounded Warrior Project and Till Valhalla Project and the Gary Sinise Foundation and so many others. We donated like $500 during the COVID pandemic to I think it was the Mid-Ohio Food Bank. We've done so much, and we continue to do more, and we actually sent people in the community food also. On top of that, donating $500 to Mid-Ohio Food Bank. We sent care packages. We've done so much good, and we continue to do more good. And I'm not sure what charity we're working with this, or charity or organization we're working with this month. I think there's some suggestions, but I'll have to take a look at which ones have the most traction. Be sure you go back and watch that video. I think it was the last video I posted, or one before that. And if you have a charity you want to support, you guys are the elected, I don't want to call you the elected, the decision makers. There we go. You're the decision makers. So whatever you guys say goes, and we will support those programs, charities, organizations every single month. We're going to keep doing this as long as it keeps being viable. And I want to give you guys something back for your support. So I'm putting up a gram of pay dirt, or a 1 gram gold pay dirt, which has a 0.8 gram nugget. And now this is added in as well. And I think that's phenomenal. It's hard for me to give these up. Very hard for me to give those up. But I did get that from the coin store, and wanted to let you guys know about that. So this video is getting long, and I'm sorry about that. I'm not even sure how long it's going to be, but I hope you stayed tuned until now. So if you get a chance, get out there and go prospecting. If you can't get out there, or you don't have gold in your area, go to tomsgoldpaydirt.com. Get yourself a bag of pay dirt. Get yourself a mystery coin grab bag, because you never know what you're going to find, and maybe you'll be hooked on coins and gold like I am, if you're not already. Gold luck, God bless, and I'll see you all in the next one.